Hello, everybody.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. We're here.
We made it.
We did it. Welcome, everyone, to Beyond the Forecast live streaming podcast.
Yeah.
That's us.
What? It is?
Yep.
Slay.
Slay.
How is everyone doing this fine Wednesday?
Hope you're all
July
15th, 16th.
16th.
Yeah, 16th.
I was going to say 17th, so.
But it's 16th.
Well, thank you.
All right, listen, every Tuesday is when we usually have this, but we schedules and
We
meetings.
ran out of time.
There's a lot of head bonking going on
Yeah.
around 9 and 10 when it comes to being able to do the things that we need to do. So yesterday, or this week actually, Haley has to do Good Day
Yeah.
every morning. So, and then yesterday,
Billiam's off.
I also had my hair cut.
Yeah.
But you also had a meeting.
Till 10:30.
So today we were like, well, we have stuff going on till 10, so we'll do it today, but at like 10:15. So here we are. We are back.
That's how we got here.
Sorry for the not Tuesday. It's Wednesday this week.
I know you guys were missing us so much. Thank God we're on TV.
Yes.
So you can watch.
So you can see us. But we apologize.
Yeah, sorry.
But here we are. So let's talk about a few things.
Mm-hmm.
The week that was our weather.
Yeah.
And then also let's have an adult discussion about cloud seeding.
I'm
An adult
scared.
discussion. But we also have plans to tell you about because we are actually going to concentrate on this because there's some bigger issues than just an adult discussion on cloud seeding.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about
Just
that.
Science.
And then PERSEID, the meteor showers.
Yeah.
Got an email this morning about when they should go to the UP and catch the PERSEID meteor showers.
Mm-hmm.
Started on the 14th, but it goes until the beginning of September.
Yeah.
And the peak of it is August 13th to the 14th.
So that's when you should go.
Yeah, that's around there.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about PERSEID because it
Yeah.
comes around this time of year. Every year. It's an annual PERSEID meteor shower. So let's talk about the week that weather was.
Yeah. Little smoky.
A little hazy. Air quality, not
Bad.
not Gucci.
Bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little bit for those that have breathing issues. Heck, even if you don't have breathing issues.
It was bad.
It was rough.
Yeah, Monday and Tuesday. Monday I feel like was the worst. Of
Yes.
Both days.
Sunday, late Sunday wasn't good. Sunday morning
No.
wasn't good either. Sunday morning you could actually smell the smoke.
Sunday morning you like woke up and you saw the haze and you were like, oh no, this is
Ew.
happening.
Yeah.
Something's happening here.
And again, it's from the wildfire smokes
Out in Canada.
in Canada. So areas over towards, actually, I think the majority of the plumage was from Yellowknife.
Yes.
So way, way up there. Rode the jet stream down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still a little hazy this morning. Hasn't been as
Yeah.
bad the last 2 days, but
No, the places that we saw the most haze, I mean, all of northern Michigan did,
UP was
but
pretty
the
rough.
UP, Mackinac City,
Yeah.
was rough. This morning, still a bit of a haze over the bridge. I was looking at the sky cams, but it definitely looks better. Yesterday morning, I think Rachel at one point was like, "Is that fog?" And I was like, "No, girl, that's
That's
smoke."
haze. Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh my gosh, that's crazy." So now it definitely looked more like that hazy cast that you normally see in the summer. But things should start getting better with the rain
Drier,
moving
cooler
in.
air.
Yeah.
So to give you an idea, average, I think it's part per million, but there's numbers that they go on for air quality alerts.
Yeah, we were trying to figure that out.
And we were trying to figure out what they base it off of, but 80 is usually the healthy.
Yeah, normal.
80. We were in the 180, 190s. That's why,
Unhealthy.
yeah, that's pretty unhealthy. That's when even normal don't have issues with your lungs start feeling it. So
Right.
it was also very hot, so it was a double whammy. We had the muggy, we had the particulates. It was not the kindest of weather.
No, it was
Sunday,
not
Monday, and
fun.
Tuesday.
No.
So it was up there. It was elevated.
Mm-hmm.
I think we saw that a year ago at this time too. Because Because I think it was, when did New York, obviously it was a different part of Canada last year that was on fire. Was it last year or 2 years ago?
It was last year.
Was it last year?
Yeah. You might be right. It might have been this time, or it might have been closer towards the end of July, I think.
Okay.
Maybe.
Because all I remember is, like, we were pretty hazy.
Yeah, I remember Boston.
Toronto and
like,
New York. And
yeah, like East Coast. Like, growing up in Massachusetts.
That was, like, plus 500, though. That
was disgusting.
That was a ridiculous number.
That was bad. That was, like, you need to stay indoors, and you couldn't open windows.
Yeah.
That was bad. This time around...
Not nearly as bad.
No. Could you go outside? Yeah, of course.
Hi, Peggy from Baldwin.
Hello. Don't spend long periods of time outdoors. Don't exert yourself in times like this. Like, people riding their bike, running, not the best when it comes to air quality alerts in effect.
No.
That's kind of because your lungs are working overdrive, so you're breathing more and breathing heavier, which means you're taking in more of that particular matter, which is what the smoke and the little particles of the ashes that you might not even be able to see in the air.
And then on top of it was muggy, so it's heavier air.
Yeah.
So you're, like, triple exerting your lungs.
Yeah, we had the air you can wear.
Yep.
Past couple days. And then, the air quality. That's like I was seeing, it's always nice now being here in downtown TC. We get runners past the studio, like in the morning shows, which is really fun because you're like, oh, look at everyone starting their day now. I was almost wanting to, on Monday, like, yell out the door at some point, being like, stop running, please stop running. I'm scared for you guys.
Please stop.
Please stop. It's bad out there. But
so yeah, that was a whammy.
Yeah.
We had that. We've had the muggy air. Of course, it's July, so it comes with the territory.
Not surprising, just summer.
Fun fact. So last podcast, 2 podcasts ago, we were talking about lightning bugs.
Yes.
And
last podcast.
Yeah. We were talking about, hey, we've been seeing more of them. Believe it or not, I read an article about lightning bugs because it popped up, and I was like, oh, look.
Just talk about this.
Lightning bugs are actually on the decline, but so the article I read said there's no resources or, like, studies on lightning bugs.
I mean,
there's no monetary value to lightning bugs, so there's very few resources.
There's no reason
to
research them right
yes,
now
there's no
for scientists.
But they're kind of an oddity because they come and go.
Right.
So what I took from the article is when you have good soil and very healthy, flourishing plants, you tend to see more lightning bugs.
They feed off of it.
Yeah. So with our very typical spring, average temperatures,
like what we talked about
nice moisture,
last episode,
and our plants are flourishing. Like my plants, I cannot stress to you how crazy my plants are going at home. Like they are off the hook. But with that, I haven't seen mayflies in our neck of the woods. I know mayflies are still hatching, but I haven't seen the mayflies in our neck of the woods.
No.
I haven't seen the June bugs in our neck of the woods. But lightning bugs, which are a type of beetle, have been higher. I've been seeing them at home.
Yeah.
And that's the first time in 15 years in Cadillac that I've seen them in my backyard.
Which is crazy.
So I was like, oh, cool. So Mother Nature's happy.
And even a few comments we had said that they definitely saw more of those lightning bugs around compared to past years. And it is because
we're good.
Our soil's really good right now, which makes sense because we've been just seeing flourishing blooms across northern Michigan.
Not getting 9 and 10 on the TV in Tennessee. No, probably can't. That's too far away.
Oh, if you're
Unless
talking
you're
about Zeem, there is an issue. The last 2 hours of MTM was not broadcasted on Zeem. We're working on it.
Bummer.
Yeah.
They're working on it. That's above our pay grade.
Yeah.
Good Wednesday morning to you both. A little humid out. Just a little bit, Lou.
Just a little.
On your quiz yesterday, I got the wind wrong. It should be 100 miles per hour. Oh, for the severe? No, it's 58. That's the severe criteria.
Yes.
58. Once winds hit 58, they say severe thunderstorm warning. They hit the button. Do a chat on flowers.
Ooh.
Flowers. So I'll give you an idea. I should take a picture and share it with you guys when I get home. My wife, I don't know how much Haley plants around
I don't.
her place.
I would say I'm be so real. If we start talking about flowers, I'm gonna know nothing.
Our yard has, our backyard has a apple. I don't think it is. Maybe it is.
Okay.
But a Honeycrisp apple tree.
Cool.
We have a lilac tree. And then we don't mow through most of May so we can get milkweeds for, you know, the things that love milkweeds,
Right.
aka butterflies. And then we also have a bunch of the purple, I don't think they're lilacs, but they're purple wildflowers in Cadillac, and they grow crazy in our neck of the city. So we let that go through May, let the bees do their thing, and then we'll mow by the end of May. But we leave our front hill with wildflowers. We took wildflowers and seeded them a few years ago, and every year they come back.
That is so nice.
So we don't mow the front hill through the summer. Has milkweeds, has a bunch of wildflowers. And then in the front, we have hydrangeas?
Yeah. That's.
I think. We have roses.
Are they like the little bushel flowers?
I think so.
Yeah, that's hydrangeas.
I think. I could be wrong. Kyle will have a better idea. We
Kyle,
have roses.
Put down the chat.
Yeah, let us know what we have in front. We also have these purple balls that bees love. I call them the bumble flower. I can't remember the name of it, but they come back every year.
Cool.
This year they were huge. And then on our fence, she put in a new plant last year or this year. I can't remember. But anyway, it took off. But we also had clematis show back up. It's a vine that we put on our fence.
Yes, yeah.
Last year, 2 years ago, clematis showed up randomly, and we thought clematis was dead. So that came out of nowhere. Then we have two bushes on the top of our stairs coming to our front door
Okay.
that we put there 3 years ago, and they're huge. They're taking right off. But our apple tree even has grown probably an additional 6 feet this year.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, everything you can see the new growth. We also have an invasive vine species that grows on our garage.
Okay, we have that back home in Massachusetts in our pool area.
Like,
It
it
is
is taken over.
annoying.
Yeah. It tries to get into our apple tree and take over, and it tries to get in our lilacs and take over. And, yeah, it's everywhere in Cadillac. On Cass Street where I live, it's like all through the back alley, up and down the houses. People are usually ripping it off.
Yeah, it is easy to take off. It's just hard to kill.
It is not easy to kill. So that's kind of what my yard's taken off. Everything is growing phenomenally.
Which is great, truly.
And to be honest with you, it wasn't until yesterday that I noticed the yard's getting a little bit crunchy now. We haven't had much rain in Cadillac
I will
compared to
say,
TC. TC's had a lot of
yes.
rain.
We've had a lot of, my friend's dad's going to love this, a lot of pop-up showers. And Cadillac has been missing a lot of
We've been
those
missing.
little popcorns.
Like
Traverse
this
City?
morning,
No.
I drove through it, but Cadillac was dry. Manton North had some rain,
Yeah.
but
And then areas like Ludington over towards Manistee, we kind of see them bubble up there. But by the time it reaches Cadillac, it kind of
they're
fizzles
doing
out.
the old Northern Michigan split, as I like to call it. A lot of
Yeah.
people always ask, why do they split? Well, I named it when I got back the Northern Michigan split because what it'll do is either chase energy to the north or energy to the south. And what you'll notice is with Cadillac being at 1,300 feet above sea level, it splits. And I didn't realize why I save so much gas coming to TC. It's 1,000 feet under.
Yeah, on the
So it's
decline.
300 feet above sea level here. In Cadillac, it's 1,300 feet above sea
Right.
level. So it's 1,000 feet downward. But the topography in Cadillac is the reason that you get the Northern Michigan split.
Yes.
Coming off the lake, it'll start climbing the hill, and then it'll split, chasing energy. And then once it gets to Houghton Lake, it regenerates
Reemerges.
and then goes east.
Yeah.
So if you get that, or if you have that happen, more than likely it's topography related.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunately Northern Michigan.
Luckily, tonight, starting to see more of that rainfall. Rain that really more developed showers. So we start off with, like we saw those pop-up showers earlier this morning.
Yeah.
That's kind of the theme for at least the first half of the day. More of those showers, second half of the day.
And then it storms riding in from the southwest.
Yes, starts to develop. It's a nice, it's almost like, it's a front system really, because you can see the low kind of rotating, but it's carrying that front. It's right now over in Minnesota, now probably over towards Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And that's going to start making its way towards us. And that's the rain you can't really escape. That's
Nope.
going to be hitting everyone, which is good because we do need the rain after.
It could be a
those
little bit
days.
on the stronger side with some of the storms. We'll see how they
Yes.
ride in and develop, how warm and muggy we stay.
Yeah, right now, my biggest concern into tonight is probably the rainfall. Not really
Heavy.
even, yeah, not even so much like the thunderstorms, because a lot of it looks like it is going to try to, I know it keeps on, I think it's my perfume.
He likes you.
Get in line.
Take a number, sir.
We've been seeing that warmer air towards Ludington. Like Ludington this morning woke up to 70 degrees already.
Oof.
So
And you know
already starting hot.
You know the dew point's up.
Exactly. So if any severe weather is gonna like really start to pop off, it is gonna be like starting towards Ludington,
Southwest.
Manistee, Muskegon.
Oceana.
Yeah, and then making its way towards Big Rapids, Mecosta area. And starting to fizzle out a little bit more, but still some really strong thunderstorms and rain that we're watching for. And because
Overnight.
it's been dry, I always get a little worried. Not like crazy worried, but like ponding on the roadways.
It's going to be a little tougher to accept the water right away.
Yes, the ground's really dry right now, so it's going to kind of sit on top.
So
and
an
then
inch to 2 inches of water is not ideal right away.
Exactly. You kind of want to have it like sprinkle in, get the
Saturate
ground
the
a little
ground.
saturated, and then it's easy to take in that water. When you get a bunch of water all at once, it kind of sits on top of the surface and then starts to go down. It's kind of like when you have a drain that's clogged. It takes a little bit longer to kind of soak in. It's not going to be major concern over time. It's just
No.
something we're watching for.
You might have some localized flooding with some of the storms. but
Exactly, and I feel
Nothing
like
major.
that's been the conversation. Floods, storms.
Floods. Yeah, again, East Coast has been the one under the gun this week.
Dan was telling me this morning that I never fact checked it, but it was on CNN, so I'm assuming it's probably right when it comes to the weather. 3,000 flash flood warnings
So far.
in a day. So that's like in history.
Jeez.
Don't quote me on that. That might be a lot. Maybe it's only
I feel
300.
like that's a lot.
Might be 300. I don't know. Let me look. He told me this at 4 o'clock in the morning, so this might not be
3,000
correct.
seems like a lot.
This might not be right. Hang on. Let me look it up.
Morning, Brad. Thundering in Atlanta. Yeah, that was a storm I drove through this morning over here on the west side. No rain here in Baldwin yet. We need the rain so much. Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Especially Central Lower. They still have drought conditions.
Yeah, the closer you are to the thumb, things aren't looking great.
Yeah. Even though they did
Still.
have some rain, but it's going to take a lot more rain.
I might not be right. Disregard what I said.
Disregard.
Disregard. Don't quote me on that.
But let's have an adult conversation here
Speaking of floods,
about cloud seeding.
yes.
So we talked last week about the myth on cloud seeding and weather modification creating the floods in Texas.
yes.
All right, so let's talk about cloud seeding, what it is and what it is not.
Yes.
It is unfortunately clumped into weather modification.
Which sounds,
Terrible.
in general, scary.
Yeah. It's
And-
really not modifying weather,
No.
which is this is the big issue with cloud seeding, is it is unfortunately clumped in with all of the other bad things that are associated with weather modification. Cloud seeding literally just rings out a cloud,
Yes.
and will give you possibly anywhere from 1/10 of an inch to, or 1/10 of a percent to 0.3 of a percent more rain.
Right.
So how cloud seeding works is there's cannons on the back of an airplane.
Mm-hmm.
There's only so many states that actually practice cloud seeding.
Most
Usually
of
it's
them are
agriculture
out west. Yeah.
or snow-based states. And they'll fly into a a cloud that is developed. They cannot legally seed severe thunderstorms, or first of all, nobody's going to fly into a severe thunderstorm, but they
Right.
can't do it legally. And you can see everything that goes on with cloud seeding.
Mm-hmm.
It's 100% transparent. NOAA has everything that goes on
Our
with cloud
government
seeding.
has the websites about active cloud seeding operations that
Correct.
are currently happening in America.
And cloud seeding, they go up and they shoot out of the back in the cannons iodide,
Mm-hmm.
or sometimes salt, but it's mainly iodide,
Right.
silver iodide. So that, with the chemical reaction, creates more crystals, which basically rings out a cloud, giving you just a little bit rain.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives more rain to these areas that might not see rain. It basically forces a cloud to go, oh, I have to
Yeah.
rain, and it rains.
Yes.
And then it dissipates, gone. It's not in the atmosphere anymore. How this all started because of a viral video on TikTok saying 2 days before the floods in Texas, somebody cloud seeded 150 miles south of where the floods took place,
So
creating-
it must have
creating
the
the floods. No, that is not
No.
correct. They don't seed hurricanes. They don't seed any, like, cloud seeding is a very useful tool to get a little bit of rain in the very dry spots, or if
Correct.
they're having droughts.
My
So let's before we get to your thing, let's
Yeah.
now start associating it to the Great Lakes. So we started
Yes.
saying, well, all right, let's do an episode on cloud seeding and weather modification.
Mhm.
Let's start digging into cloud seeding, the facts, the good, the bad, the ugly, and start talking to things and people about why and what and who. So
Right.
we started looking and digging in the Great Lakes. It is not practiced in the Great Lakes, but
No.
it could benefit some of the Great Lakes if we needed to add moisture to the table and all that stuff.
Just
we
farmland
found
in
out
general.
we found out randomly in March, some representatives brought to the table a bill
Yep.
to ban cloud seeding in Michigan, even though it's not practiced here. So we're like, all right, well, this is turning into a bigger thing than we thought it would.
Right, and a bill that most likely probably would have sat stagnant in.
I think it's sat stagnant for the last few years, but
Yeah.
they keep reintroducing it.
But now with the flash flooding, I won't be surprised if we start talking about it a little bit more, and the sponsors start trying to push it more. Basically, the bill is saying that they don't. While Michigan doesn't practice it, we haven't practiced it since the 1980s, early 90s, if anything. But even then, it was very early stages.
Yep.
It's basically saying we don't practice it now and we never will. That's pretty much what the bill is.
Yep.
And it's for weather modification such as cloud seeding. So it's not even just so much like saying we hate cloud seeding, we don't want it. It's
anything.
kind of to put the blanket on it, like as most laws kind of work. It's to put the blanket on anything. Whether in the next 15 years someone comes up with something else to modify weather or to add something when it comes to who knows what.
Right.
They don't want it. In Michigan, we don't want it.
So cloud seeding has been going on since the 40s,
Yes.
1940s. It's been going on a long time. The things they do with cloud seeding is they can make it rain a little bit more. Not create rain, just make a cloud rain.
Yes.
And then hail suppression, so they can make hail either much tinier or make it disappear so it doesn't take crops out. And then they can
Yes.
also make it snow a little bit more. Not make it snow. Have the
Help produce snow.
help produce snow. So they can't just spray something and have it create. That's the other myth that needs to go away. They can't just spray, like right now we have blue skies in Traverse City. If somebody would fly over us and put iodine in the air, it's not going to make it rain. It's
Nothing
not
would
going to
happen.
work.
Nothing will happen.
You have to go into the cloud, the crystals and the iodide squeeze out a little bit of rain.
You need to already have a charged
Cloud.
cloud to do it.
Yep.
And it's just adding more charge to it. It's kind of like you have like a damp towel and you add more water to it.
You're just wringing it
And
out.
you're just getting the extra water out. Like there's nothing crazy to it. And yeah, it is just supposed to help really farmers and the drought.
Mhm.
It's made
Water
for
tables.
farmers.
Yeah, it's made for the plain states.
Yeah.
Really, think about when they started doing this in the 40s. It was after the Dust Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want another Dust Bowl era.
Yeah,
So they started
saturate
doing it.
everything.
So the other thing that some people might say, well, okay, you're releasing iodide in the clouds and atmosphere. True, you are. But
Yeah.
it is such a very small, minuscule percentage
And controlled.
and controlled that it doesn't hurt us at the surface. That is scientifically proven.
Yeah.
But now when we talk about the Great Lakes, as a scientist, I want to know if that's going to hurt the Great Lakes.
Right.
Is it going to hurt the fish? Is it going to hurt the biochem
Yeah,
of the lakes?
biomes and everything.
So that's what we're going to dive into in an episode, a few episodes of Beyond the Forecast here shortly. Is we're going to talk to representatives that propose this bill,
right.
that what they're basing it off of. We want to talk to the opposition about
If there is any.
if there is any, and then we also want to talk to a scientist that is a little more of a handle on cloud seeding
Right.
than us,
Yes.
because we don't deal with it as much. We just know the science behind cloud
I
seeding.
can explain to you what it is, but I'm
Right.
not doing the day-to-day research, and we found.
Found some people.
Yeah.
We found Haley's talking to a guy in Illinois tomorrow.
Yes.
about cloud seeding. So he will have not only stuff on the cloud seeding, but also the Great Lakes region, hopefully.
Can talk to that
seeding.
and
Yes.
and put some rest some of the rumors too, because
Yes.
as much as we can, I think sometimes hearing a professor talk about things, I'm almost like, oh, right, got it.
So let's. That's what we want to dispel.
Yeah.
Is why cloud seeding is lumped. It should not be lumped into bad things.
No.
So weather modification is a little bit different in the fact that, there are countries that are practicing weather modification, and it's not so good.
No.
But here, it is not creating ridiculous hurricanes, floods. Like, they are not modifying your weather to create
Problems.
disasters.
No. We
Like,
saw how much
just
no
doesn't
one
work that
liked
way.
the Texas floods. No one's trying to create more
No.
disasters. So, yeah, I know there's other countries, some in Asia, trying to work a little bit more when it comes to weather modification, which is a lot different from cloud seeding. There's ways for obviously things to be done in moderation, but what we're seeing across the country, and also sometimes things you see online. Obviously, I feel like we're gonna have a disclaimer at the beginning of the shows when we talk about cloud seeding. Like, things you see online aren't true most of the time when it comes to cloud seeding.
Yeah.
There is no possible way for the cloud seeding that happened a few days prior in Texas had anything to do with the flash flooding. That is just
It couldn't even
unfortunately
squeeze out the 10 to
Yeah.
40% more rain if
that's
it wanted
just
to.
not how it works.
No.
That is a right there, right now kind of solution when it comes to cloud seeding, and sometimes it doesn't even work. It is
I wish we
Yeah.
had the ability to
go into like
a cloud seed.
Yeah, like sometimes it
real
doesn't
time.
work. It's like you're taking a chance going in there, hoping that the charge is strong enough in there to produce more of that rain. It is it's kind of a gamble.
It doesn't even.
project.
Yeah, it doesn't even work sometimes.
I have a few friends who, after they graduated college with me, they went into they're called weather modification operators, and
Who's
they
it?
would
Weather Modification International.
yeah, and they would forecast for cloud seeding events, a lot
Yep.
in the Dakotas and in Canada. So for wildfire seasons,
Yep.
to keep things dry, they would forecast for them, and they said that they have protocols for every single weather situation. If there's a chance that the rain that they could see that day exceeds a limit, they will not cloud seed a cloud, because that rain cloud is going to perform normal no matter what. When they were doing it, they were part of, in the Dakotas over towards Wyoming, the atmospheric rivers in California were
Right.
hitting. So they were getting pounded with rain and snow in those areas, and they canceled operations. They got to go home early
Can't see those.
because there was no reason
Yep.
to cloud seed, because they were already getting plenty of rain. Some of them, one of my other friends, Sarah, worked in hail suppression, and that was working directly with farmers with corn.
Don't want to damage crops.
They don't want to damage their crops, because if one good hailstorm comes in, you could lose your entire season,
Yep.
and that is exactly what we do not want to happen. So that's kind of a little basis of why it's actually important to be familiar with what cloud seeding is and how people use it, and how it's not for the bad, it's for the good, and when it's done properly in 99% of the ways it's done.
It's good for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have episodes on that coming up.
Yeah, very excited for
Shortly.
that.
Hello from Hardy Dam, Newaygo State Park. I've noticed for years that when any system of rain or snow mostly separates when it's over the river here at Hardy Dam, in which you can see the radar mostly. Why does that happen? We were just talking about that. It's
the split.
topography based.
Yeah.
I call it the Northern Michigan split. It all depends on where the energy is compared to you, and also the topography. So if it's running in from the west, southwest, northwest, whatever it is, if there's more energy somewhere else, the storm's going to try to feed that way.
Mm-hmm.
So think of it as so when we show you severe weather, there's what we call CAPE. CAPE is basically the fuel for these storms. So if the storm's moving northeast and all the CAPE is southeast,
Yeah.
it's going to want to go this
Gets
way.
attracted to it.
So it's like a magnet.
Yeah.
So it's like whoop. Or like if there's more CAPE to the north or south and it's coming from the west, it's going to try to feed north
Right.
or south. So that's more than likely what's happening there. I don't think it has to do with your warm waters by any means.
No.
It's basically
I don't think
fuel
that's
for the
enough
storms.
water to affect stuff like that.
Corn sweat. Yeah, corn sweat's a real thing.
Yeah, corn sweat is a real thing.
So actually, what's funny is I just looked at Cape
Yeah.
for 2 weeks from now, and Cape values in Wisconsin, Iowa will
That's
be
my
at
friend
8,000.
Michael.
Yeah,
He's a meteorologist. He knows what corn sweat is.
I know, but go look at Cape from 2 weeks from now in the
It's-
Midwest. It's
yeah.
supposed to be like 8,000 joules.
Ew.
You know what that's from? Corn sweat.
Gross. Well, he's in Evansville, Indiana.
Corn
so,
sweat.
Corn sweat.
We get a little bit of the runoff here. We don't get nearly as much. Last summer was bad for
So
corn
we
sweat.
were. I had a wedding last
But
summer.
Iowa and Wisconsin, oof,
Gross.
gross.
I was at a wedding in Hopkins, Michigan, downstate, and the wedding happened to be right in front of cornfields.
Oh,
And it was mid-August when this wedding was happening.
once you get mature corn,
and
they
it was
sweat.
so hot. And then you could actually tell the difference when you stepped
yeah.
in front of the house and
And behind the
compared to
house.
behind the house because of how bad the corn sweat really was.
Corn sweat.
And I felt like a true expert at
corn!
that wedding. I was like, it's actually corn.
Yeah.
What
And
you
it's
guys like
also
to
it's
know?
also not just corn. It's also like lima beans. There's certain vegetables. Once they're in the mature stage, my goodness gracious, they put so much water in the air. I think if I recall correctly, if you were to take an acre of corn, it was something like 4,000 gallons of water it puts in the air. So if you were to take all the corn in Illinois, it could fill something like 74,000 Olympic-sized pools.
That's so gross.
Talk about
we
moisture.
talked about how I'm not a humidity
Whoa.
girl.
Yeah. What's the difference between a water spout and a tornado? Good question. Tornadoes are on land,
Yeah.
and
Land-based.
they mainly start from the cloud and down to the ground. So water spouts are water-based, and they mainly start from the water up to the cloud.
One starts in water, one
The
starts
only
in
about
ground.
the only thing that they share is rotation.
Mhm.
But they're created the same way. It's horizontal
And
rotation that gets shifted.
a water spout can turn into a tornado, but most likely a tornado won't turn into a water spout.
Correct. The both are rare.
Oh yeah,
You don't see them once. Usually, a water spout once it gets to land is pretty much done.
I've never seen a water spout before.
I've only seen videos. I haven't seen a tornado in real life.
I mean, neither have I, and I don't want to.
I do.
And you can quote me on that.
I want to see like the one they had in Texas, where it was just like a mile-wide wedge in the middle
Did
of
you see
nowhere,
that?
where it's
pitch-
two-toned, brown at the bottom
Did
and
you
then
s-
white at the top. That thing was amazing.
Did you see that? Someone got proposed to in front of a
Yes.
tornado. That was crazy.
Yeah, storm chasers
A
proposed.
meteorologist's dream. My dream date.
Remember severe weather is Slim Shady. I forgot what that stood for, but life is instantly.
Instability.
Oh, you mean slim? Shear, lift, instability, and moisture.
Yeah.
Slim Shady. Yeah,
I've never
slim.
heard that
Actually,
before.
we
Wait.
have that on Beyond the Forecast site. Meteorologist John Gross is actually going to break down slim. You never heard the acronym SLIM? Shear, lift, instability, moisture.
Like, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I never heard of it being called Slim, though.
Yeah.
Fun.
John has that on the show today. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of the podcast for today. What did I say? Oh, PERSEID. Let's talk about PERSEID, shall we? PERSEID started on the 14th, meteor shower. So if you go out at
Yes.
night, the moon does add some pollution. Good news is the moon's right there right now, so you won't see it tonight. You probably won't see any PERSEID meteor showers tonight because we have storms
No.
rolling through.
Yeah.
But starts the 14th of July, goes to the beginning of September, peak when you can see like 100 meteors an hour or so, average,
Mm-hmm.
75 to 100. It's August 13th through August 14th. So that week, look to the skies.
So
You'll
check
see
the
some
forecast
meteor showers.
in a month.
I
It'll-
cannot
we'll get it to
remember
you.
the name of the comet that it's related to.
I don't know.
But every year we get the debris, and it's the Perseid meteor shower. I don't care to see a tornado either. Lived through the 1980 tornado in Kalamazoo. That was enough for me. Kalamazoo gets a ton of tornadoes.
It is truly amazing the difference between downstate weather and
Upstate
here.
weather, yeah.
Up north weather and downstate weather.
But the thing is, downstate has more fields. They have more topography support for bigger storms in rotation.
They're very flat.
So the rising and motion is much more conducive down there to tornadoes than up here. Up here, the topography is like, oh, look, we're up and down. We have cool pockets. We have warm pockets. So once something's like, oh, cool, I'm forming, and all of a sudden it hits cooler, and it's like, oh, darn, I'm not forming. So it's a little bit different. It doesn't mean that it won't happen. Gaylord, obviously.
Duh.
Usually we do just see smaller spin-ups.
Yeah.
Very brief, smaller tornadoes in northern Michigan. But
A quick little warning here.
when you get enough support, things like Gaylord can happen.
Yeah.
And that was a ridiculous amount of support. It's just we usually don't get that support here. But yes, downstate, Beecher, Grand Rapids, like all of those areas are just a
Hopkins.
perfect spot, yeah, for tornadoes. So
Yeah.
Lansing, that whole corridor. Was
Yeah.
it the 96, 94 corridor? Yeah, that whole corridor is
Yeah.
conducive
Scary.
to severe weather. So, thank you everybody for being here, though. We appreciate
thanks,
you.
guys.
And this podcast will be going out with our Beyond the Forecast newsletter every week.
Yes.
Haley did it this week. That will be going out tomorrow. This podcast will be linked on there, but also some stories on some of the stuff that we talked about last week and this week.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to sign up,
More cloud seeding, more air quality.
yep, you can go to Beyond the Forecast on the 910 News webpage and sign up for it. It's a really cool newsletter that we put together every week with cool things that you can read, cool pictures that viewers send in, a few stories from Beyond the Forecast each week, this podcast, but a little bit of everything.
Yeah. You
In
need
case
to
you
know
missed it.
for the week.
Yeah, some trivia,
Word of the days.
word of the day, what else is on there? This day in weather histories are on there.
Yes.
So
Some fun stuff.
cool little thing that you can wake up to on Thursday mornings and be like, oh, cool. And then kind of work your way
Wow.
through until next week.
Yeah.
So there you go. So thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you.
Those.
I'm dancing.
And on that note, it's been fun. It's been real. Oh, I'm not.
Okay.
Sorry. I wasn't ready for it, to be fair.
She's never ready.
So true.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Michael Stevens.
Meteorologist Haley Machete.
Thanks, everybody. We'll catch you this afternoon on Beyond
Yeah.
Forecast.
And then next Tuesday on podcast.
Yeah. Bye,
Podcast.
everybody.
Bye.